Okay, this storyline reading, this is the Bracelet One Healer Tarot here on YouTube. This storyline reading goes out to any child, any child or grown up. If you're a grown up or a child, however it fit, whatever your age range is, okay? From age 4 up until whatever your age is, because from age 4 to whatever your age is, any of you can kill your parent. A 4-year-old can kill their parent if you know it or not. They can do that. Don't think because a child's a child they can't do anything. They can pick up a gun. Their parent could be asleep. They hit them across the head with a cast iron frying pan. They can put some bleach inside their food. So don't think because a child is a child that they can't get rid of their parent. So what I'm saying is here on this video, for anyone who's plotting any kind of way to try to get rid of your parent in some way because your parent is not making you happy in whatever way you feel your parent not making you happy, abusing you, not buying you a phone, or whatever reasons people be feeling like they want to off their parents. That's something that God do not approve, and you will be held accountable, because under no circumstances does God condone you killing your parents, the people who God put here on earth to bring you here. No matter how bad you think it is, it's always a solution. It's always an answer. Leave. If you're big enough to leave, leave. Go wherever you have to go at, just leave. That's your answer. If you're younger, you can tell your teacher. If you go to school, you can tell a neighbor next door. You can tell your aunt or your uncle or one of your cousins. The older you are, you got bigger, you can do things on your own. Because the bigger you are, you can leave the house and don't even come back. Or you can even be down the street in your friend's house and your mother don't know you there until the police investigate or anything like that, depending on what your parent did to you. There's always a way out unless you are. Now, if you trapped or stuck and your parent got you locked in somewhere, okay, and then once you get out, you plot up some kind of whatever you want to plot up. See, now you then became the bad person. First it was your parent, now you become the bad person now. When you do whatever it is, you become the bad person. Get what I'm saying? You got to keep you on the right side of the tracks. If your parent did something bad to you, you leave it where your parent is the bad person. And you go to the law, go to your teacher, go to your aunt, your uncle, your big cousin, your neighbor, and tell them you need help. Stay at their house until help arrives, until you can live with somebody else or whatever it might be. But when you put yourself on the side like your parent, you know better than your parent, because now you did some abusing. Get what I'm saying? But you did some abusing worse than the person did, because if you murder your parent, you did worse than what your parents did to you, because you took someone's life. Not just anybody, but the person who brought you to this earth. And nobody else could bring you to this earth but that person that you murdered, plus whoever else that was connected. And that would be your other parent. Get what I'm saying? So this storyline is for anybody like that, where you cooking up, you plotting, you thinking, or anything like that. You need to look at this storyline, and God will help lead you to go get you some help somewhere. Move out, leave out, run away, or whatever you got to do. Anything you have to do to get away from your parents and not hurt your parents, God is fine with, because God don't want you to kill or murder your parents. So if you had to run away, run away. If you got to go to the neighbor's house, go there. If you got to tell your teacher, tell the teacher. If you got to call the cops, call the cops. Whoever you got to talk to avoid you doing this. Get what I'm saying? So this is for people like you, because there's a lot of you out there, for whatever reasons you are mad with your parent or whatever. Because we got some bad parents out here. I know that. We got some bad parents out here that shouldn't even be parents. But it still don't give you the right to murder your parent, the person who brought you here and gave you life. You don't have the right to murder anybody, really. But the person who brought you here, no. That don't sit right with God, and you will get spiritual justice, because now you the bad guy. You make yourself become the bad guy when you take anything in your hands and decide you want to take somebody's life because of whatever it is. Okay, so the storyline is for This jumping out, I'm going to grab it. The number 11. We got the 2 ones. I went over it. These are light green, but I went over it with the black. You see, and it looked like a set of doors, right? It looked like it's a door. So you can just look at it as go through the door, God saying go through the door and leave. Get what God telling you, go through the door and leave. God giving you an alternative. Go through the door and leave. Get what God telling you. Because if you so upset with your parent or whatever's going on, go through the door and leave. Go to your teacher and tell your teacher. Go to your aunt. Go to your neighbor. Go to the police station. Go wherever you gotta go. Go to the church. Go somewhere and tell somebody. God giving you an answer. Now, this jumping out and I'm gonna take it deep. Look at this. This is a bad card. Look at the bottom card. This is coming out of the forest with rage. That's what this card says, right? It just means somebody coming toward you angry with rage. Get what I'm saying? And look at the other side. This would be you. No, I'm not doing it. I don't want no more. I'm not taking it no more. Stop. Anything like that. You fed up with it. That's what it means. Follow me? So let's just follow and see what else God has for you, whoever you are. I hear 9. Let me get 9. Okay, 9 is big. Wow. Wow, this is a big deck. Wow. Okay, all of these go here, Lord. Let me see if I got 2 put together. That's really big. Let me just see. It's really standing big here. Dang, it's big. Let me see something. It's really big. Okay, God don't make mistakes, so I'm just going to go with it. Who am I to question God, right? My cheese squeak, so please bear with it. Okay, let's see. We have these healing of the soul cards when you hurt someone or someone hurt you to the core and murder you or you murder someone. Follow me? These cards is simply abuse cards if somebody abuse you or you abuse someone. Follow me? I'm going to take some off the top and you're going to see that I'll put them together and make a storyline reading for whoever needs this. Anybody who plotting, felt like, ever thought like, or want to think like, or anything like that as far as getting rid of your parents because you upset about whatever your parents did to you. And God gave you an answer. God said go through the door. Go through any doors it is to go through and get you some help. Now God didn't put it out there. Now it's up to you. The top card is, we got 2 names on the back of man. So it could be your father you had problems with, right? Whoever I'm talking to. I don't know. It's animalistic, controlling, dominating, fighting, fussing at you. Anything like that. So it says the lecture right here. So we're going to put this as you fill in a lecture. So it could be it could be a family meeting at home. It could be school. If it's not your father, it could be somebody else. It could be a coach. Follow me? Because we got a lecture here, right? A lecture. He could be just talking. Your father talking to you, having a scolding you or whatever. Or it could be your coach or it could be your boss, whoever this is. But really, we talking about your parents. Hats off to you. You felt you was going down benefit alley at one point, but God said you got to get more sleep to become more energetic. Maybe your father or whoever this is going to give you something to butter you up with a coach, but somebody going to jail. I'm hoping it don't be you. If you do what God tell you, it won't be you. Get what I'm saying? If you go through the doors to somebody for help, this won't be you. You won't be the one going behind bars. It will be your father, the coach, or whoever this is that's abusing and hurting you that you want to get rid of. Maybe you live in a dream house. Something about your house, right? Or we can put it with a job. We can take it as a job. You at your dream job, but you got a boss that's abusing you, and maybe you want to off your boss, but really my focus is a parent. Follow me? Because people work for their parents also. But somebody going to jail. Hopefully it's not you because you're dealing with a leader. It could be a boss, your coach. I keep going back with a coach because some of them are like fathers, but they're really not your father or your real father. Somebody, they got negative talk against you who is hell-bent on destruction with you, coming against you, not treating you right, but you got plenty of ideas for your fortune, any kind of money that you feel you're going to be getting. But this person need to see that you are worthy and see your worth, right? Because she astonished. You're astonished that she did it, whoever she is. So it could be your father and you could be a female and your father astonished that you did it. Maybe what you did was go to the cops or go tell somebody, because right here it says stop loafing around. See, God telling you stop loafing around and change house. Get what it's saying. You know what change house? It means you gotta go out the house, right? Change house means you go to another house, correct? You go to another door, correct? Because you wanted softness and sensitiveness. Charges, allegations, complaints, anything was coming against whoever your father is. Or maybe you, if you did something to your parent, follow me? You became unboxed, or your parent unhinged because something was canceled 2 times. You trying to go after your parent, get rid of your parent, or your parent mistreating you, or whatever this is. But time counted to you. Maybe getting out of that house. Maybe time counted and you needed, God telling you need to go tell somebody, or whatever this is. Or maybe your parent going to court or whatever. Because you was having empty thoughts while time was going by. But God says you just wanted love. Follow me. So things going to start looking good for you after you do the right things. But God said, do you really like the way you are? Because you got to make some changes. So this is a negative card. Fear took you there. Oh, shoot. This is a downer, because this is a downer. You might have did something to your parent, because here the box coming behind it. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. This is 2 put together. Look. Okay, I'm glad, because look, if this card would have came, this would have been bad. That means you got rid of your parent without a trace, but this don't go with it. I'm so glad I had 2 put together. Okay, follow with me. Put this over here. This is deck 12. That was close. I'm glad I didn't shuffle. Okay, because I was saying it looked really big. You heard me say that. But your last card was what? Fear took you there. Most of the time with this card, somebody do something against you that's really bad. Your parent towards you, or you towards your parent. Okay, let's flow. We have right here that no growth come from the same sex. So we might have a father that's molesting your child, like a man to man. Man to your son, woman to your daughter. Your choices are your own, God says, right? Your choices, because your parent looked at you as weak back, but you had to change and chance it all, because we dealing with is neutral at the billboards, right? So some kind of way at you not really talking about it. You really not, maybe it's not a lot of news about molesting and stuff like that. Or maybe your father out of work or whatever's going on here. Let's see, you was resistant, right? But it says someone is not all there, and it would be your father or your mother or whoever molesting you. Because you had to have a clear mind, because somebody was letting off their sexual tendencies, right? Your father or mother, or whichever one of your parents. Can you still feel your God mission? Because whoever you are, you're an earth angel, and God got a mission for you, but you feel you gay now because of your parent violating you. Get what I'm saying? Do not wonder. Ask the person, right? So maybe somebody gonna ask you, or you want to ask your parent, is your parent gay? Because yeah, there's gonna be some rallying going on, some yeah, at a place where you're going to be antsy at, rallying, because you got lots of feelings that you want to let out, because people picking certain people because of, follow me? So we have honestly, because there's a lack of love for you from your parent, and some information you want to give or get that's going to show. It was torment for you, and it was hyped up. You was choosy about going to another state. So we have right here, I want to change, but I worry about other people. But God say, who are you really? Because you was posing, right? That's something that you wasn't. Because you seeking refuge. So we have right here, you isolated for a coping mechanism. But God say, no more mind or crutches. It's going to be a united front. Follow me? So we have right here that somebody like the grandstand, but it's not kosher. And I feel it's whatever parent you have, if somebody is posing as who they not, you seeking refuge because you was the child, I feel. And it says, who are you really, right? Because whoever your parent is probably grandstanding and acting like your parent is this and that, but nobody knows your parent is how your person is. I mean, how your parent is. It's going to be a united front some kind of way eventually with your parent. Because some kind of way I think you getting away because it's a change house card. No more mind or crutches. God wants you to get away because you was isolated for a coping mechanism because of change in house and choice about going somewhere else. It was torment for you. You were seeking refuge. When the change in house, I feel that's where the seeking refuge going to happen. Or just being it, who are you really? You want to know who are you really probably because your parent molested you. Same sex though. You saying no more to it? No. But here the person barging in could be coming in your room at night or whatever was going on. Some type of information that showed that it was a lack of love for you, honestly, from your parent. Okay, picking people in the order of, I could put this with adoption or something like that because some kind of way, or a job, anything like that, picking certain kind of people. However it's flowing. So it says right here that, or your parent. Right, because your parent gay, your parent picking whatever your sex is, I guess, right? You got a lot of emotions and you want to express and talk, right? So it could be this rally. You're going to be a part of a rally, a group, or anything where you're probably going to express. School, auditorium, someplace in general. You ain't see it, but maybe you're going to be talking about this thing because you're going to clear your mind about this thing, right? Because your parent was letting off your parent sexual tendencies. But your parent was not all there. Follow me? Could have been drunk or whatever, right? But you was resistant. Maybe it wasn't any jobs available right then for your parent. It was neutral. Because it says right here that your parent looked at you as weak back because you was younger. You was the child of your parent. Okay, you had to change and chance it all and make a move and tell some kind of way. Because it says your choices are your own, God says. To go tell. Because you're old enough to tell somebody, you can talk, whoever I'm talking to. And your parent choices was your parents' own, right? But God say no growth come from the same sex. 2 men can't have a baby. 2 women can't have a baby, right? So it says right here, don't wonder why. Ask your father, mother, whoever is they gay. Don't wonder if they gay. Ask them. Because if they messing with you, you know something is wrong. Or maybe somebody going to ask you, are you gay? Or you wondering yourself, are you gay from what was done to you? Can I feel my God's mission being gay? Yeah, you can. Something is forced on you from your parent. Because we have right here, the first card here is animalistic. Controlling your father. Dominating, controlling, fighting, fussing, or whatever your father was doing to dominate you. Okay, so you're going to be feeling a lecture. So it might be that rally back there where you might going to be in some kind of support group. Or your parent might have just been talking to you some kind of way. Hats off to you. You want to benefit Allie with feeling a lecture. Feeling some kind of meeting or whatever to talk about this thing. If it bothered you or anything like that. Okay, it says you need to get more sleep to become more energetic. Maybe your father or parent was coming in all through the night. You barely could any sleep. Maybe the lecture could be you was going to school. You know what I'm saying? It could be the lecture, you going to school, but you needed more sleep because you was getting woke up by your parent maybe. Maybe your parent brought you something to butter you up. So you wouldn't be mad to keep you from talking or whatever, but your parent going to jail. Maybe you got a dream house. Maybe you got a nice house. Maybe your parent looks a certain kind of way to the outside, to everybody in the community, but they don't know what kind of parent you have. A parent who molesting a child, right? So it says right here that we dealing with a leader. Maybe your parent is a leader with negative talk to you, whoever it is. An actual leader. Somebody who he grandstand. People think he this and think he that. Could be a cop, could be a lawyer, could be a judge, could be a teacher, could be a coach, whoever your parent is. Person in the community that act like he want to fight crime, or whoever your parent is. I don't know. So it says right here, he was hell-bent on destruction, tearing down you as a boy and making you like he made you. Follow me? So it says you had plenty of ideas for your fortune. Maybe if you was going to get a job, filling an interview as the lecturer, feeling the antsy at a place could be a new job, that you found a job because you didn't have a job or something like that. Maybe you're a teenager. I don't know who you are right now. Okay. Your father didn't see that you was worthy, but he needed to see your worth, but you need to see your own worth. Right? So it says right here that he astonished that she did it. So we got a female here. So you might be we might be dealing with a female, the mother, or some female, some kind of way. If we're dealing with a woman, girl. Because somebody astonished she did it. I can make it a he did it, right? If you're a he. But I usually keep it with the she. So if you're a guy, say he. If you're a female, say she. However it goes, right? God didn't want you to loaf around any longer and change house. Get out of there, because whoever you are, you old enough to get out some kind of way. You want a softness, sensitiveness, because things were stacking up, allegations, charges, complaints, getting unboxed, getting unhinged, getting upset as far as your parent. Something was canceled 2 times, but time counted to you, maybe to go to court, or you might have didn't tell on your parent right away, or maybe you getting out of that house, foster care or whatever. Things been canceled, or talking to your teacher, or whatever this is, but time counted. Because while time was flowing, you just had empty thoughts wherever you live. You wanted love though, and that wasn't love. But God says, do you really like the way you are? And you didn't like the way you was because you was being molested by your parent. Things are starting to look good now because some kind of way you changed house, you got out of there. Maybe some kind of way somebody made a move and got you out, or you moved out on your own, depending on how big you are, you ran away. So we got the box right here. So maybe the person, your relative, gave you something that was in a box, piece of jewelry or anything like that. If not that, you felt boxed in your home that you couldn't get out, or boxed in, period, where anybody who's supposed to help you still felt boxed in because you couldn't seem to do stuff on your own. Or your parent is just going to be in a box, and that means prison, in a jail cell. Because right here, fear took your parent there to do what your parent did to you. Hold on to the thought that fear took your parent there, or fear took you there if you did something to your parent. Because so far I don't see no death cards, right? So I don't really think you did it. I see the jail card, but I really don't see hell-bent on destruction. Hell-bent on destruction. I really don't see... I only see the hell-bent on destruction. So I don't think, whoever you are, I don't think you killed your parent. Okay, torture me, it was hyped up. Nah, I don't think you did it. You didn't do it. Fear took your parent there to do what your parent did. Hold on to the thought that fear took your parent there. But fear took you there, I guess, just to even think in your mind to get rid of your parent. But I don't think whoever you are, you did it. So that's a good thing if you didn't. It's a good thing if you didn't, because you used the doors and you got out like God says. Remember, God said change house. Something was canceled. Maybe you was planning on getting rid of your parents, right? But maybe you didn't. But the change house card, God said get out, and I feel you got out. I feel you did that. Because you was hell-bent on destruction at one point, maybe to get rid of your parent. Yeah, I really feel like you didn't do it. I feel like you didn't do it, and that's a good thing, whoever you are. Think on it. Make the moves God says. That go ask for help somewhere from somebody, right? Or if you're big enough, just run away and just get out. You know, you don't stay in something and then complain about it and it said, oh, I did this because of that. No, that's not going to hold up in court, because really, you could have left. Okay? This the Bracelet One Healer Tarot.